You kind of okay. Those are not even the order of the letters, Sandra. Oh, let's try again.
Really?
Yes, there is no joy,
I think it's read like that, manjoy.
but the order is okay. Maybe it's red.
But the order, okay, manoi.
Okay, that's like we usually get these wrong, but this one was way off. Like way off.
And I was really confident in saying
Yeah.
the name. I'm so sorry, Manoj. I hope you will like record me.
Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, lovely dad.
Oh, such a low and trustworthy voice. How are you today, Sandra?
I have to tell you, I am excellent. I woke up and I'm sitting and I think I feel like a happiness or something similar to that. I'm not sure. It's good. How are you?
So, just for the wonderful people in the audience to know, where are you, Sandra? What are you doing right now?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have discovered new levels of fun. It's called cruisers or big boats. The one that are so bad for environment and somehow people still find it extremely enjoyable.
So
you
you
know
are
how much these boats-
literally on the sea, on the river. Where are you now, geographically speaking? Wow, there's a forest behind. There is
I know, look at
sun. There is. Tell us, like roughly, what are your coordinates, Sandra?
21 degrees,
North.
35 north of, I'm just joking. So I'm going from Helsinki to Stockholm. I'm somewhere really, really near Stockholm at the moment on the sea thingy.
Yeah. And what is it exactly that brought you to this boat? Are you just woke up in the morning and you thought, oh, try a boat today? I have never tried a boat.
Well, I just want to say whoever is planning to visit me at some point in their lives, and probably everyone at some point in their life, would be really nice if you then would do that at some point in your life.
Sure.
But I am extremely, extremely good host.
Yeah.
Or I love to call myself good host. Probably if you ask people I hosted, they would be like, I don't know, But so I have a friend visiting me this week. And he's flying out on Tuesday from Stockholm. So, and okay, that has nothing to do with me being a good host because I'm flying out on Wednesday from Dubrovnik to Dubrovnik. But
I think I understand where you're going with it.
Next question.
So you basically say that you are such a good host that not only that in this package, right? You offered the package for your friend, which was the Helsinki experience, which was probably dark and cold. And then you also thought, let's bring in the Riga visit where you celebrated your 18th birthday. Happy birthday.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Can you explain?
We have to talk about that
later. Okay. And then you also threw in a cruise for your friend just as a bonus.
Yes.
So you're like, these these holiday agencies that kind of arranged the whole trip for you. And at the end, they're also like, oh, there's a free restaurant dinner because you were so nice or something.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I am a perfect person to visit. And then, perfect person to visit in Finland. And we even went to Riga. I mean, it was really, really tough 7 days, I have to tell you. I feel like I was every day in a gym pushing something. And that Lival guy, or whatever is his name, he should come to the show because I think we did it then. I think we did it.
Peter Levels, you think? Peter Levels. Okay.
Yes.
How did you say it? You said it in a way that it took me by surprise. Okay.
Can you say it first? How you say
Peter
it?
Levels. That's definitely not.
Yeah, I was there. I was there.
You're
I was quite
in the ballpark of Peter Levels. Yeah. So there is a joke. We asked Levels if he wants to join the Morning Maker show, and he kind of didn't exactly agree to this. But if we do a deadlift of 100 kilograms, maybe he would come. Something along those lines.
I did 200 this week. I'm so freaking tired.
Easy, easy. So okay. I want to ask, what happened in Riga?
Mm.
Why were you there, and how did you end up celebrate your 18th birthday? That's not really your birthday, and I mean, I don't want to. This is not nice to say, but I'm pretty sure you're not 18. But can you?
Hey, what are you talking about? Look at this skin. This is Nivea skin, pure young.
No. I mean by intellect, but the rest definitely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then you got me there. But every single person should go to Riga. Riga is so fun. I was invited there for Tech Chill. I mean, not invited. They choose my speech. We know the story. It was a crazy story. It's like a little bit unbelievable. So they choose my speech. I went there. I gave a speech.
Tell us. Okay, so how did you end up doing a speech, and for who, and what?
Yeah. So I'm writing, or we have this really cool newsletter for morningmakershow.com. Please subscribe there. And in few weeks ago, I was writing about MVPs and why indie people are so much better in building one. And in the same time, I'm trying to bring clue to the world. And so my two worlds of indie making and startup life is very often being mixed and combined. And this was pure example because in the same time, I was also applying for different pitching competitions and all of these startup conferences and blah, blah, blah. So I knew about this conference and I was like, oh my God, I like, but this was coming from really funny thing. Like this was like, ahaha, I'm going to show them why indie people are better in making bread. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't intentional.
You never dreamed of being at a conference speaking about this. It was not even not even in your wildest dreams this would happen.
Yeah, but the day before I submitted my speech, I posted on Twitter. I was working in an office, putting my Nivea cream, and I wrote, "I'm doing this just because when I get on the stage to give speeches, my skin feels good, And then a week later,
and how did your skin feel when you realized there's people watching you and you have to come up with a speech? How did that feel? And
I don't know. Sometimes I don't think, and I think that's the goal of every single person. The less you think in the moments you shouldn't think, and then the you more think when you should think.
Okay,
it's
so essentially
balance.
what you're saying is good things happen if you don't really plan. Don't overthink, just do it. Just do a talk, and that was like a proper conference, right? Tech Chill. It was like a pretty big one.
And I just want to say one more thing before we start finally with updates with the whole point of the show. I met the most amazing people that are listening to show, that are members of Morning Maker Show. And it was so nice to go somewhere and then just to see your people. And then I don't know if you've been in a situation now where we are meeting people that like online. When you meet them, there's no feeling that we don't know each other. We have never hugged or gave each other hands or something like that. Yeah, but when I saw them, I hugged them. It wasn't that feeling like I don't know you. It was feeling, oh my God, it was so lovely.
So crazy.
So lovely.
That's so crazy.
But
it's so crazy that what a small world that you actually found members of the Morning Maker Show while at the conference. Like that was also completely unplanned, right? It just happened. Oh, wait a second.
It totally unplanned. And I met people that are listening to the show that are part of Morning Maker Show, like Discord channel. I mean, it was brilliant. I'm speechless. So I just want to announce our tour.
2024 tour. We'll be going to London, Berlin, Barcelona. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to do that. We just need,
I think we should. Yeah.
We need a couple million more listeners and then we're ready to go.
No, we can't because then it would be too much. We need to like limit
Yeah, while it's
ourselves.
good, while we actually know everyone and we think, oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly,
got it,
exactly.
got it. All right. Well, my plan is to stretch this out until you actually reach the harbor and see what happens when someone tries to remove you from the boat while you're trying to record. So that's why I'm kind of making this intro as long as possible. I want to see the security guards come in and say, wow, that's very beautiful there. It's very beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure if it was
Didn't I
worth
tell you that?
burning down the planet for it, but it's very good.
I don't know either. Like, I don't understand this. It's so like luxurious that it's a little bit uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
It doesn't feel
Like,
right.
it doesn't feel right. And when you go down to the main lobby, there are these stairs and they are all golden and it feels like the Titanic and it feels like we all gonna
Oh
die.
yeah.
So I told my friend, I need to survive.
As long as we record this episode, it's all good. I mean, I would love to record the next one too, but I think we have enough of your voice to make an AI version. We talked about this. Like, you're
Oh,
good. You're good. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
good.
I told, and I've been going now a little bit and traveling a bit. And I told him whenever I got myself into the plane, I told him, in case something happens, please create AI version of Sandra, but never replace me. There cannot be another host,
No,
co-host.
I will have to rename the show and then have the AI version do something else. But
Yes, me, Sandra, and AI.
yeah. All right, Sandra. I think
Yes.
as much as I love boats and your stories, we have a serious job to do here, and that is to go through Indie Makers updates, learn something new, see some projects. Are you ready?
Oh, always
Let's
then.
go.
Manjoy Ahivar. But by the way, I see Manjoy a lot. I don't know
But
if
you've kind of okay. Those are not even the order of the letters, Sandra. Oh, let's try again.
really.
Yes, there is no joy.
I think it's read like that, Manjoy.
But the order is okay. Maybe it's red.
But the order, okay, Manoy.
Okay, that's like we usually get these wrong, but this one was way off. Like way off.
And I was really confident in saying the name. I'm so sorry, Manoy. I hope you will like record me or send me or something. We're gonna improve ourselves.
I mean, that you said it beautifully because it had joy in it, and it's okay. Sorry, I completely interrupted your update. Please go ahead.
Okay, Manoy Ahivar. 21st of every month is my salary day from Google. Check your recent payment. We send a payment from your Google AdSense earnings.
So, what do you think this is? Because I don't see a lot of this. It could be. I don't think it's YouTube. Like YouTube also does AdSense. I think it's probably a website with a lot of visits where Manoy has ads or something like that.
Yeah, probably. But Manoy is quite funny, I have to tell you. He tricked me once into thinking that he got fired from Google.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much we can trust before investigating.
Oh, you don't trust anything anymore. Well, I don't know. He's building a lot of things, so I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, he's really active. He's really active, and he sold, I think.
Yeah. He sold boiler code, I see, and then he has simple forms. He has page P. Page P. I don't know. Use article and uniquesite.io. I believe uniquesite.io is his. It's kind of like a productized agency, so budget friendly and fixed pricing to build and bring idea to life in 15 days. So it's kind of like a development productized agency. Don't you think? So let's see, like Figma to front end for $3,000. Turn your Figma designs into front end. Actually, this is not often that you see it. It's usually design. Like it's not that often to see development. Yeah.
Just a quick question for you. How does my sound and the whole system around me sounds
It,
good?
it's perfect, perfect, perfect. It's fantastic.
Oh,
You're like a
okay,
superstar.
okay,
Yeah, you're a
okay.
superstar for
Because
sure.
it seems like someone is making a smoothie or something, and I'm
Oh
so a
yeah,
little
no,
bit
no, no,
scared.
none of
But
that, none of that. Like with,
none of that.
with the
Okay.
level of equipment we've acquired, Sandra, you could be underneath the engine of an airplane, and it's perfect. It's a joy. Yeah, no problem.
Why are you so amazing? You are so amazing.
We'll fix the smoothie in post, everyone. Don't worry. All right, I'll take the next one by Gael Thomas. Unleashing marketing channels for my next project. Trying a strategy while finding ambassadors, language teachers active on social media. Stepping out of my comfort zone to make it happen. Fingers crossed for landing the first ambassador. So he basically wants an ambassador that shares insights, talks to customers, and then he can build MVP. Then the ambassador talks to customers happy, builds social proof from that, and then perhaps throw in an affiliate system to the ambassador. So he
Amazing. Reshare this, Dan. Reshare so more people see it.
it's very good, huh?
Very good.
Yes,
Gail Thomas.
Gael Thomas,
Very good.
very good plan. So he's just getting started, solopreneur along 9-5. We've seen that before. Documenting his learnings. He's a software engineer. I think this is like so unique to start this way because most software engineers would be, I'm going to build this crazy app. And
yeah, this is not something that we see quite often.
Right? And everyone's thinking technically it's going to be so good that people are going to come and want to buy this because I'm good. Right? And this is like completely opposite approach to actually do marketing. Fantastic.
This is a really, really good approach. I just found the tweet so everyone can see it. And I'm going to reshare it as well. I want more people to see.
How do you think you can make this happen? Do you have a good idea? Like how to find that ambassador?
So he's searching initially for the language teachers on social media. So language teachers probably they have their own versions of Fiverr. What's the name? Upwork.
Fiverr, yes.
Yeah, I would search for them there and reach out to them.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. That's maybe a start. I mean, the only question is the ambassador like an employee? I guess not. I guess it's more like a
No.
like a partner, right? Yeah.
But if he manages to excite people about what he's doing, I think, especially teachers are the most lovable people on the planet. They are the only people that care about other people making small humans into something changeable and important in the world. Like they are really, really important part of the society.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't know you're such a fan of teachers.
I am. All the good, like all the people in my life that have influenced something in my brain have been like teachers I had through my education. And parents, of course.
Of course. Parents and teachers. Okay. We want to take the next update.
Yes. Gaspi Habib. Feeling a bit unproductive lately. I have initial idea to change this that will start experimenting tomorrow. I will rely on hashtag build in public to do so. So Gaspi is feeling a little bit unproductive, and probably by using hashtag build in public, he feels that he will
be more productive.
Push himself, to be more productive.
I always say when you're unproductive, just open up x.com and then it's gonna flow really easily from there.
Oh,
no, joking.
For sure.
It's such a common feeling. I think you can feel unproductive even if you do a lot sometimes. Do you ever feel like that?
Oh, absolutely. You can feel the most unproductive when you do a lot of things.
Yeah. It's maybe one thing is writing down in the morning what you want to do that day. Just if it's one thing that you're gonna do, and I would recommend it's one thing, and then focusing on that, and then at the end of the day, saying, okay, is that done good? Then it was a productive day. Because if you don't go in with a plan and you have 10 things on your mind and you maybe do 3 of them, you still feel like you're behind, and that's a trap that I fall into often. But whenever I write down, hey, this is what I want to do, it always feels good to be at the end of that day. Do you have some sort of trick like that, or system, or you just go through it? You just go through life?
Well, I found myself an excellent partner in crime who steps up his game when I'm unproductive, like you. Then that's the key as well.
I basically message you at all times and tell you to do things. Is that it?
Yeah. But there are days where you totally feel unproductive. And we talked about this many, many times. I think the goal is to leave the things as they are and then come back to it next day with a really, really nice list of the things that are explaining every single thing on how to do it. Even like go to this website. I do that. I'm not joking. Go to .com and do this and that. Because it's just much easier for me if I can like visualize the steps. Oh my God, we are going like in such a depth.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
yeah,
but it is like, I know, let's say when you are scoping a new feature, I think scoping each task is a good idea if you have problem with productivity.
Right. Yeah. I also do that sometimes. I don't like going into too much detail, because then you end up spending that day just planning things and not doing anything. But an outline for the next 2 weeks, I want to do this and that. And you're probably not going to do all of it, but it feels better with the plan. It just feels like, okay, I can see stuff was done.
Much better. Yeah, much better.
I'm gonna take the next.
You go now.
Next update by Devansh Bhushan. He's saying today Growfall, yes, has reached 3 paying customers after 3 days of initial launch. Ooh, congrats. This is a health check request that hits every 10 minutes to check the status of the app. I added this log statement way back in January. Should I change it to 10 now? So Growfall is something for LinkedIn. Never run out of LinkedIn content ideas ever again. Grab the limited lifetime deal. Okay, Growfall. What is this? And there's so many tools around LinkedIn. Have you noticed?
Because LinkedIn is the most exhausting platform ever, and we need content.
Right. There's very much a need of quality content on LinkedIn. Yeah. I saw someone post, I think it was Olena Blomko, if anyone knows Olena, and she said she's actually quite good with LinkedIn. And she said, similar to X, you don't need to, on X you have all these people trying to swindle you and all the kind of connect and let me grow your MRR to 40K every month, bro, kind of thing, and we just mute and block those. And it's the same on LinkedIn. You just mute and block the ones there, which is most people, I believe. But anyway, then you're left with a few. And she says you can find people there, and it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. But I just remember we have a member in community, our own community, that on Discord that is building something similar. I think it's called supergrow.ai.
Yeah.
And it's also for growing your audience on LinkedIn. Very interesting. I think it's in a very interesting space. It's very interesting space.
Right. Yeah. I wonder what the difference is. So one is to plan, schedule, and auto post and use AI. I think the other one is to get post ideas. And content and carousels. I don't know what a carousel. I mean, I know what a carousel is, but I don't know what it is on LinkedIn's.
On on LinkedIn it's very hard to make those. On Instagram you have these slides,
Uh-huh.
and it seems like on LinkedIn these pictures go really well, and not many people know how to do it.
Yeah.
So, this is very cool, actually.
Yeah, Superglue AI looks very cool. So one thing for me that I've learned quite early is that the content that I put on X does not work on LinkedIn at all. And in fact, it feels very wrong to put it there. Have you noticed the same thing?
I've reached point with LinkedIn where I don't care anymore. And you know what's funny? I checked my LinkedIn and I have like few thousand followers there.
From what? Did you ever...
What?
From what? Did you ever do content there? Did you ever post updates or something like that?
No, I just post things that I think about, like updates, and I don't know. I don't think my LinkedIn profile is good at all.
Yeah.
Probably because I don't care. I don't spend too much time on LinkedIn. That's my issue. So I just post random things.
Okay. Yeah.
Most of them are similar to LinkedIn. It's just like the words are totally different.
Yeah,
I don't use.
you need to reword it. Yeah, and it's more like
Yeah.
like an article, isn't it? Then
Yeah.
on Twitter, you kind of speak as if everyone's about to run to catch their bus or something. Like you just have these 5 seconds, and then they're about to to just close their phone. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And the less you think, I found this, the less you think on X what you write, at least as long as it's in your like community thingy, it works really well.
Yeah. It's back to your life motto, which is the less you think, the better it's gonna go.
I swear it's the best option in the world. Everything is so solvable. Yes,
But it's not true.
Let's not overcomplicate.
But it's not. You're lying a bit because you do think about. I know you look into like all your data in like post hoc, right? You always go into charts and think, oh, where is my user coming from? Like this one time, how did you say? You said you're not even thinking now how the funnel is, but you're thinking of the user before the funnel.
Yeah.
Like, even
right now, actually, funny thing that you're mentioning that I'm doing something interesting on Postdoc. I'm looking at the people that have came to Clue but never sign up. Now I'm over the people that are signing up. Now I want to know who came from where and why they didn't sign up. So I'm tracking the channels that don't work, like channels that are getting me traction, but people are failing to sign up.
Got it. So you're essentially trying to figure out if the sign-up page is maybe not good enough, or
sign-up page is not good. Sign-up page seems like it's not good. It needs to be redone or do the A/B testing.
You've already
what's
concluded
happening.
that. Okay.
Yeah, but the issue is like if the right messaging from these channels that are not working, where people are not signing up, what type of the content I'm sending there? Maybe I'm targeting totally wrong group of users that just don't get Clue.
Yeah. So it might be a number of problems. Essentially, it's per channel, and then you need to find out, could it even be, I haven't seen this before, but could it even be a good idea to have separate sign-up pages for each channel? Like, can you go that deep? You could definitely track it in post hoc and see.
You can definitely track it and see, but it's interesting. Like, you could even build landing pages and track them that are totally different and see if the conversion rate is higher.
Yeah.
People use post hoc, please.
Yeah. It's super addictive. You know what? When I went in this weekend and I tried to look at conversions, and I realized that I have a lot of data that I didn't make funnels for. So I basically spent, half an hour or so and made a few charts with trends. And I realized I've never done that. I've never looked at, what are conversion trends per channel. So again, you can basically see, is Twitter getting better or worse? And it's a little bit like you say, that you get a hint of what's happening before, because the web page hasn't changed much, the positioning hasn't changed. But then if the conversion is going up or down, it just means that the content is good or bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like you apply a little bit of logic and you get new insights from the data that you already have. I love that.
Yeah. Brilliant.
All right. I can take a new quick update, and let's see if this was a good choice. I didn't read it. I see Getan. He says, I made this for the Supabase OSS Hackathon 2024. Simplest is a simple, fast posting API. Post your content in the simplest way possible and just get your content back with an API. So simplest.blog. Well, it's a nice funnel where it basically explains what you can do. It's this is in a hackathon. This is crazy. Like, I wouldn't. I'm already blown away that this is done in probably a few days. Okay. I want to say this looks very cool, and I want to say there's been like a crazy week with Supabase. They launched on Product Hunt same day as Cal.com.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said that's like the worst day to launch, and AirChat as well. All three of them launched the same day.
It was a good day to be on Product Hunt.
Yeah, well, not for indie makers, that's for sure. But
that's why you need tacotreva.com guide.
But Supabase, I don't know if you've heard about it. I use it in a few projects. They weren't GA generally available, which means it's kind of like you can use it, but there might still be like some issues. Like you use it, but not with full confidence, right? So then last week they said, okay, use it with full confidence. Like we're good. And they made like announcements throughout the week, and then this hackathon. And it's such a brilliant marketing strategy. Like I saw indie makers contributing to this, and I saw a very cool project come out of it. And they essentially do open source, but you can monetize it, right? And there's different ways to monetize open source. But for example, Max, I forget his second name. I'll put it in the comments later. He made an open source project that can add I18N to your website. So what's that? You basically run a command, and then it will translate all of your website and add a new language. So you can kind of say, add Spanish. You run a command. This open source package kind of does a thing, probably extracts your strings, and then that's it. It's like a couple commands, and you get it. Super cool. It got thousands of stars on GitHub. What do you think about this way to do marketing, Sandra? Like having people
Brilliant.
Having people compete.
Brilliant.
I think they had some prizes too, but then getting these projects out of it, I think it's genius, because it shows how powerful the platform is, and the fact that people can, in a few days or less than a week, come up with these projects that get, thousands of stars, probably then tens of thousands of people using them at least, and maybe viable businesses too.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think something similar we wanted to do for the Morning Maker show.
Yeah. We wanted to, so we wanted to do, I think it was before it was even called Board Maker Show, but we wanted to do for Build in Public an event where we get makers. They basically, you can sign up, and then we would go to a location for like 1 week, and you wouldn't know what to do. We would split into teams, right? And then it would kind of be a good mix. So you have like maybe a design person, a development person, marketing person, and so on in a team. And then by the end of it, you would build the product. We will build it, together and collaborate and so on, document it on the socials. And then at the end of this thing, whatever we call it, we would also launch on Product Hunt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should still do it.
I think so. I think it's a good idea.
If there is a Red Bull listening to this, we are ready for that sponsorship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we need some wings.
All right. One more.
One more, and we are off to a great week.
Please take it.
Tian Nguyen. Hin Chao. Hello. Hashtag indie hackers. I forgot.
you got okay. So the names, is it's the I actually don't know what language is it Vietnamese. So you got
Yeah.
all of that very wrong, but then I expected in hashtag indie hackers to be correct. Like my expectations were very low. Okay, please continue.
I lowered them a little bit more because there's 2 more lines. Last week I failed my target of integrating Lemon Squeeze into my app, but I will continue to achieve it this week. How about you? What are you building this week? Why was there issue with integrating Lemon Squeeze?
Yeah, we should ask Tian. I think he doesn't say in the comments, unfortunately.
He didn't explain.
No. So one thing that can be difficult with Lemon Squeezy, but it's not really, it doesn't have to do with Lemon Squeezy. When you do a SaaS in general, one thing that you have to do is whichever payment provider you integrate with, you need to respond to events, right? Or webhooks. That's usually how you communicate. So say someone subscribes, you get a webhook callback and you update something in your database, right? And if you just do a license, then this is pretty simple. But if you have a SaaS, then there could be other events. It could be, what if someone pauses, right? Lemon Squeezy can pause subscriptions.
Yeah.
What if someone cancels? What if a payment is delayed? And all of these things, you kind of need to handle them somehow. Or, if you're an indie hacker, handle them later and just handle the payment part for now. But testing this and getting it to work can take a little bit of time just because there are a lot of use cases. So it's not really specific to a payment provider. Is all of these use cases will exist no matter what you do, unless, and this is maybe fine for a lot of people, unless you don't allow these operations at all and you need to contact support. So if you launch an MVP or you're early in the product's lifecycle, what you can do is disable all of these and rely on support instead. And that, I think that's perfectly fine. And just handle one thing, get that to work. And then if you see a number of subscribers, or you see the first one complain, hey, how do I unsubscribe for this? Then you add that feature when the time comes, or you even just help them this one time. If you get 2, 3, and you see you're spending a lot of time on it, then maybe you should consider to implement it.
You are brilliant.
How close are you to Harbor?
I can see it.
Okay. Okay. So then we'll just stretch it for 10 more minutes. This is fantastic. So for people joining in the meantime, Sandra is on a boat heading towards Stockholm. We did the entire show while she was on a boat. How would you rate this experience from 1 to 10, Sandra?
15.
Okay. Next time, where will you be?
Next time I'll be in Croatia.
All right. Also on a boat.
In lovely Dubrovnik. So if there are Morning Maker Show members or listeners, let's meet up and do a show with that.
Fantastic. So we're doing, again, for those that just joined, we're doing the 2024 Morning Maker Show tour in Europe. And Sandra's been to Riga already, now Stockholm. You can meet her in Stockholm, and then next in Croatia. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sandra?
Yeah. And then we are all flying to Copenhagen.
Yeah, that's of course. Yeah. So Sandra, do you want to close the show for everyone? Wish them a nice week. Are you ready for this?
Absolutely. Lovely people of #BuildInPublic Public and Morning Maker Show and our lovely members, have a brilliant, and the most amazing productive week. If you need any help, or if you're launching a new product, or you need a cool group of people, join us on Morning Maker Show Discord. You can also listen to all the episodes because our brilliant Dan is posting them everywhere on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And at this point, you can also watch us on YouTube, which is quite exciting. We love also TikTok, and it seems like we are at this point on Instagram even. So you can find us
Surprise.
everywhere. Surprise. Even if you open your fridge, faces of Dan and me will pop out at some point.
Yeah, we're working on that.
But in the meantime, have an amazing week, and let's get this show
Started.
started.
You had it. It was like so perfect until you messed it up at the end. I don't know what's happening. Like it was like a 10 out of 10, and now you stumbled at the end. It was so good, so good. I was about to say,
let's get this show.
I was about to say I'll need to shut up because this was so good, but then you messed it up at the end, Sandra. Okay, have a nice week.
There is always
say it.
There is always a space for improvement.
Yeah, you didn't want to
That's
make
what
it
Dan said to
too
me.
good. Yeah, there was. Yeah, well, I learned that from your mother, which said you cannot get a 10 out of 10, otherwise you will not improve for the next time. So there you go.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll be back on Friday for 30 p.m. CET. You can find the next show on our website too, and hope to have the best week you've ever had in your life. Bye.
Oh my God, that was a good line. Good